my bathroom. Bedroom, sorry. It's not the bathroom. He's in the bedroom. No, it's not in the toilet. He's in the bedroom. Every morning when I wake up, I see my bike and I have some socks sometimes on the bike, but anyways, it's a great memory.
He's a charmer, you know, he's a star material, whatever sport he'd be in. But apart from that, he's a ruthless killer. I always feel people need reminding of that. He really is a savage competitor, not in the way of being dangerous, but of being very dedicated to winning at almost any cost.
That was a strong move. Yeah, yeah. That was a Simoncelli move.
Came off. You can see the contact here better than anywhere else. But
it was the last corner, you know. You have to try.
What a start to the season.
If you're a racer, that's actually all that matters. It's winning, isn't it? What he's here to do is win. Look at the way he destroyed Max Biaggi, he destroyed Sete Gibernau.
This is motorcycle, and it's very good that you have hard fight, like in my case with the Biaggi, with the Gibernau, and especially at the end with the Stoner in Laguna Seca.
Rossi and Gibernau had been feuding for a while. In 2004, Rossi vowed that the Spaniard would never win another race. Gibernau never did. He left the sport for good in 2009. Casey Stoner is a different story. He beat Rossi fair and square in 2007, winning 10 races to Rossi's 4. This was the first year of the new 800cc MotoGP formula, Stoner's first year on the Ducati, and only his second in MotoGP. The Australian on the Italian bike took everybody by surprise, including himself.
Qatar, there's no way we thought we were going to win the World Championship, but we went out there and we won the first race, we won the third race, we won the fourth race. I think it wasn't until maybe race 8 or 9 that we were starting, okay, we've actually got a shot at the championship here.
Was the first time in over 30 years that a European manufacturer had beaten the Japanese in the Premier class.
Stoner have a great talent, and sometimes it's impressive how fast he is. In 3 laps, he make the lap record, as you say. Fuck. Impressive, but if you work step by step, it's possible to fight with him.
9 races into the 2008 season, Rossi was leading the championship, but Stoner was on a winning streak and closing in fast. At Laguna Seca, where he triumphed in 2007 and where Rossi had never won, the Australian was fastest in practice and starting the race from pole position. He looked unbeatable.
In Laguna, at that point, Casey had won 3 races in succession, and we had to stop that run, and it looked like he was going to win another one, and this is what Casey thought. Clearly, that was the thing that we had to attack, was Casey's belief that it was a foregone conclusion he would win the race.
Casey start for that race sure to win, because he have more than half a second for lap advantage. But when he discovered that he have to battle with me so hard, he don't expect, you know? So this was important.
A lot of things weren't shown during that race on camera that happened over the back part of the circuit.
Rossi knew he didn't have the speed to stay with Stoner, so he had to try and get in front of him early and counter-attack at once if Stoner got back past. If Stoner broke away, he'd be gone.
Stoner was unbelievable in Laguna, and I know that I have to stay in front.
In his desperation to stay ahead, Rossi overshot, dropping into the 10-story downhill chicane known as the corkscrew.
And the corkscrew incident was nothing. That was Valentino making a huge mistake, running wide, going off the track, holding it wide open and getting lucky that he didn't fling himself into the barriers and into me.
From the bike was quite scary.
There's been some moments when Valentino rides really hard and aggressive, but he's as clean as a whistle, you know, it doesn't do anything wrong. And then there's other way with what they are these days, then, you know, it's going to get quite extreme, something's going to go wrong.
Stoner's 2008 challenge faltered after Laguna. He crashed out of the next 2 races when he was leading from Rossi.
I think Stoner, the thing you have to question is mental strength.
Rossi went on to win the championship, becoming only the 2nd rider in history to regain the crown after losing it 2 years in a row. The only other man to do this, Giacomo Agostini. Stoner's fortunes, meanwhile, took a strange turn. After winning 10 races in 2007, he won 6 in 2008, and then in 2009, just 4. At Catalunya in 2009, the day of Rossi's last corner pass on Lorenzo, something was clearly wrong.
You saw him in the paddock and went, my God, you actually should be in hospital. You looked that pale, that drawn, and it was getting to him. He couldn't talk to anybody. One autograph hunter would freak him out.
Then Stoner did what tough guy racers aren't supposed to do. In the middle of the season, he packed up and went home.
It was better for me to pull out and try and fix the problem. And then it took us a long time to figure it out.
The reaction of the other riders to that was very interesting. Absolutely flabbergasted that you should stop in the middle. You just don't do that. How do you have the mindset that allows you to do that? Casey came back very strong, but the question mark has always got to be there.
The Casey we got back, completely different person.
Stoner was finally diagnosed with lactose intolerance.
With the lactose intolerance, I was getting that tired and that worn out on the bike after 5 laps that, I was struggling to go in under braking points. I wasn't able to get out of the way of someone if I was caught in the middle of a few riders, and it might have been a tricky situation. I'm 100% now.
He's puzzling, I'd say he's very much always a championship contender. But then he does these puzzling things, like go off for 3 months or ride like a hot-headed Moto2 maniac,
He puzzled everyone some more by coming back and winning his home Grand Prix in Australia and the next race in Malaysia, before crashing out of the last race of 2009 on the warm-up lap. He crashed out of the first race of 2010 while leading, and he crashed out at Le Mans.
I want to try and win. And people criticise me for that, but racing isn't always about the championships. It's a bonus at the end of the season. I'm out there and I'm out there to win races, get the best result I possibly can in each race. Of course, sometimes the mistakes come.